c'est ta chanson. Hello. Everyone is on. We're trying to see Frank.
What's up, Frank?
Okay.
I'm literally just staying here right now so I can say hi to you, man.
Everyone, we just called him over. He had to drive all the way across the city. He lives on the other side of the city. It's like 4 hours away.
Man.
There you go, look.
You don't know how long I've been driving, man. I actually came here by bike, you know.
In the snow.
With the snow, you know.
That's it. I wonder if Frank's it up here. We're gonna see it. Yeah, check out the studio, Frank.
Look at that. Look at that.
Here's the engineer in the studio.
Is he there? It is February 3rd.
Frank, where are you, Frank?
February 3rd.
Where is Frank? Where is Frank?
Where is that finding Frank? Where's Frank? Oh my gosh, that voice is like, it's starting to get like, the reverberation on your last podcast was a little bit. Much. It was like everything you said, blah, 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 when you're doing the outside one. Did you see that one?
Today's date is February 3rd. February 3rd. February 3rd. February 3rd. Where is Frank? Where is Frank?
Did you hear that, Frank? Where are you? Where is Frank? Where is Frank?
On the phone or the iPad, the microphone and the earphone is all on the same jack.
Whoops! So
that's what what happened is I forgot to turn off playback, so it's trying to play out through my microphone. You know.
Whoops. So what should I do here? I should be plugging in my earphone, or that won't have an effect?
No, yours is fine. Yours is fine. Yeah. But my microphone, mine is only
you got
a
new
microphone.
phone, huh? What is it?
I have no idea now. I thought it was the same as Frank's. It's a 7 something.
Yeah, S7, I think.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's not the same as Frank, but I thought it was the same as Frank, and then I said, I got the 7. He's like, you got the thing 7. I'm like, no. S7, or he has S7 and I have J7 or something, or A7. I have no idea. It's so complicated. So at least I know about reverberation now, but it doesn't affect me.
I don't know what that is.
So how's it going? What about Jesus Christ, Son of God?
Son of
What's
God. Oh man.
What's coming up?
To begin with, the first thing, the only thing I want to say so far is how it's gonna start. That's it. Look at that.
I'll just put my hand. No, sorry.
There he is. Frank, I'm here just to say hi to you.
Well, you can actually do it. Check this out.
Oh, he's coming.
Okay, cool.
Like you. Oh, for John's sake.
There you go. Add.
Yes.
Coming in.
Yes.
Oh, you can.
There he is.
There he is. Frank, how you doing, man? I'm here to say hi to you.
What's going on YouTube? I don't have my shirt on. What's going on, Frank? Like,
How you been, man? What?
On appelle le son, là.
Frank, how you doing, man?
Can you turn the speakers down a bit? We can't hear him.
All right, I hear a lot of shit. It's like, Luciano, you disappeared off the face of the earth. I haven't seen you in like weeks.
That's how you gonna do a podcast today, man?
I'm down. Why not?
Yeah, you're gonna do one with him.
No, you're doing one right now. I'm stepping out.
Oh, no, I gotta do something.
No,
This is it. This is how we do
I have
podcasts.
some,
Just start talking. That's what a podcast is on Seeking Truth.
I have
You are now a guest.
visits. I have guests. Yeah, I turned into a guest now.
we need you, Fraser.
I have guests. I turned into a guest.
Oh my
No, I mean, I will do one maybe tomorrow or maybe no tomorrow.
You're doing one right now.
Tomorrow.
This
Well,
counts.
this one is one, but
you know
it's
you're
like
cool
half.
when you get a green
you know?
screen.
That's it,
Oh,
man.
put the green screen. Put all sorts of weird stuff behind you tomorrow.
Okay, put a a nice beach behind me.
Oh, nice. You at Sean's house, I'm assuming, huh?
I know, right? Look at that. Double screen.
Man, he's going all out. I don't believe this. Look at that. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Anyway, Frank, I have to go, man. I have people at home. I'll see you later, bro.
Nice seeing you, buddy. Take care. Fraser, oh, here it is, Sean.
I'll just play it. I'm doing the sky shot. Sky cam.
You're tall enough, you can do it.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're just goofing around. We're finishing up. I'm about to head out, actually, and then...
Scare him off.
Okay, you want to do
I cast him out.
You cast him out.
Hi, Sean.
This is
Get out of here.
This is double casting. You were
This is
witnessing the
my
double
home.
cast.
This is my home. Get out of here.
Get out!
You're right though. I do get fucking.
You're intense, man, but it's good. That means it's passion.
Oh man, that was oh god, Fraser,
It got scary there for a
Fraser,
while.
did you watch that?
No, I never.
You don't have to
Fraser,
stand up. You're a big guy.
It's
I'm
Fraser,
little. I'm sorry.
no.
Fraser, did you watch that thing between Shauna and
Sorry.
Shauna when they were fighting over the meaning of church?
Oh, the church. We talked about church
Holy
tonight.
shit!
Did we talk about
That
church?
was-
We actually
that
agreed
was-
on church somehow. It was
that
after
was a
that it went
fucking-
bad.
Oh god, that whole
Actually,
argument was a
no,
fucking
we-
train wreck. Holy shit!
We'll move it along. No worries.
No, but I think it was good to have, at least before we have an online discussion, to have this out. And then we're not in like total misunderstanding when we get on. We know that there's
Now I
disagreements.
know where I go now.
And then we know each other a little bit better. That's
It's good
Like you
TV.
said, you appreciate apologetics and where it is. And
I
Frank,
do, yeah.
Frank,
So I'm gonna let you talk. Why don't you talk to Frank for a little?
Frank,
I'll just stand in the background.
we made a lot of leeway. The main issue is, and I'm not trying to misquote him or anything, but
please.
it's the issue of the divinity of Christ. That's what the main issue is.
I think it's been an issue for a while. Yeah.
And then touching on textual criticism, the different manuscripts and the variants, and But this is again, I know there's 40,000 different manuscripts of the New Testament, and I know that what they are, the differences are, and those kind of things.
Maybe just those 8 books that we were talking about, Frank, or 6 books.
Yeah, but the Apocrypha and the differences between, that's
We weren't talking about. Well, no, Fraser, we weren't going just those books. We're doing the whole thing.
No, just the Catholic Protestant thing that we talked about the other time.
Yeah, but that wasn't our issue, though. Our issue was you don't know, or you weren't sure if the books were translated correctly, or or the translations or the meanings were there when they were translated. You were talking about how the original could have been mistranslated, and the message could have been lost in the
translation. Tonight it came up, though, that there was one path in my mind. We were talking about an analogy of an airport, and I said there's one path for Catholics with their books and one path for Protestants with their books. So that's where I was trying to go. And I brought up the 8 books, and it totally blew up in my face.
Sean, the 8 books that are missing. The 8, Sean, tell them the 8 books that are missing within
I would love to talk
the
about
Protestant
that.
do not change the message.
But it's a way another can of worms.
Sure.
And also,
but that's something that you took.
I have friends. I have friends online, but if you really want to talk about that, I will introduce you to my friend Dan, Dr. Daniel Shute, who is,
actually, Sean,
the university there for 30 years.
You should watch the videos on David Wood about that.
They have old books and documents like that. So if you want to talk to a real historian who studies those documents and who can read and write in those languages, instead of getting
no, I have no interest in that. No, oh God, no.
Well,
no. All I said was that there was like some vagueness to the translations. That you can't necessarily trace it back to the source directly because of those translations. That leads to me.
Actually, we can.
If every translator was honest,
I would correct you
be some
only because to
origins.
make what you're saying better.
Sure.
What you want to say is and going like that. You would say the best. What you would say is, we do not have any original copies anymore.
That's it. And then when you do read
don't say what you're saying.
No, but I understand. But when I read it, and like when we get to with Frank, and there's such beautiful agreement, I find. Wait, can I talk to you?
Yeah, but Frank and I are not.
And with the daily verses, it's like, yes!
You know?
How many times I think, maybe 2 out of 3, I just said a full-on yes or something, or amen. Maybe did I say amen to one? Anyways, but you get to that. Again, when you look into those biblical texts, when I do it, I don't deny them. I just look in and say what truth I find when I read them. And then when Frank expands and whatnot,
that's the church.
But
that's why, Fraser, I want to give you the whole. Sometimes I'd like to give you the whole context of it, like the whole chapter, or maybe just like that little part that regards that phrase. But if you're gonna mistranslate or see what that little verse means to you, you have to look at the whole context, and there's a deeper meaning behind that one little verse where the whole chapter will explain it.
No, I get that, but no, I guess my point was more on the translation. Like when you have to be wary of translation, what you're reading now is just to know that it's not perhaps a recorded message. You know what I mean? But when you read it, you have to read it with God in your heart, we might say.
Yes.
So that we understand what he meant originally. Yeah. And so that's where...
And that's why it all connects together. It autocorrects itself.
It autocorrects, but you have to have that
right,
filter.
exactly.
When I'm reading the Bible verses, or when I'm reading what I say I'm reading, which is general revelation or whatever. I'm
you gotta
reading
read
it
with the
through
closed
that
heart.
proper lens. I feel that I have a good lens. But again,
Well,
I'm
I
doubting
don't-
that lens every day. I'm here to say, hey, maybe you guys got a better message. Maybe you can clear up that lens for me. So
No,
that's why I'm here.
That's
It's
the
not
proper
to
way
say
to do it. No, you're
that's
doing it right,
every
man.
day.
We have to do it with ourselves.
Have to. And hermeneutics suggests that you do it with the maximum, like the fusion of horizons, when two opinions are coming at one another.
Now you can understand.
You can get
Not
more
Catholic-
truth
Not
if you have more
Catholic
disagreement.
theology, more Reformed
Not Catholic.
theology.
Oh,
Reformed
It's
theology.
and we're not talking about those 8 books that are missing from the Protestant Bible. If those 8 books don't have anything or change the message overall of the Bible, they're just some Catholic ideology that the Protestants reject. But having said that, you read the entire Bible with the 8 books, without the 8 books, you'll have that same message, what the Catholics and Protestants agree on.
Mm-hmm. And I guess then, anyways, it's just opening a whole nother can of worms. But no, I get.
Well,
Hey,
that's why I said we only scratched the surface. We haven't gotten deep yet. Wait
This
till
is
we get
us.
deep into it.
This is us now. This is us yesterday, I think, or something.
I literally do have a command center here, man.
Oh my goodness, it's wild. Like, check this soundboard. There's, I don't know, some industrial fan or
Sean,
something.
oh my God.
It's wild.
You're fucking nuts. You're fucking nuts, Sean. Holy shit.
I've got an S7 though.
I wish I lived closer to you guys. We could have like a studio and do this. This would be great in the studio instead of on the internet.
Working at the start of the night. It was.
Oh wow, man.
It was scary. Like I shouldn't be smiling. It was like we were talking and he's like, "Excuse me." I was like, I thought he was just checking the door, the cat or damn thing.
Yeah, man.
And all of a sudden I like, bleh, 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 bleh.
What was I eating? The
You
pretzels.
soup and you said
It was the pretzels.
Oh, it's right.
Because you were over there, you were rolling,
hammed in
and
some
I was eating them,
pretzels or
and then there was
and it was just like to the point where I'm like, should I call an ambulance? And then he got up, he wiped his face. Okay, I feel better, and we had a whole discussion about everything. Anyways, probably opening some new. But it started off really weird, like seriously, like apocalyptic. I'm like, there's going to be medical intervention of some sort. After all that vomiting.
That's my main concern when I'm vomiting, though. There's been times where I'm like, scared of
Well, that much, like, I seriously, there was like liters and liters.
There's at least 2 to 3.
And he said he had a couple cups of soup and a half a cup of coffee.
Two bowls and a cup of coffee.
And he puked up like 6 liters of something. It was like
Holy you were that sick, Sean?
seriously, like when we got here,
I had a headache all day.
he would have done like the full on like.
Oh, most
Like-
people with migraines throw up like that. I get a headache too.
In a row or something.
You know
10
what?
maybe, I don't know.
No,
It just
4.
kept going.
It's probably 4 times.
Oh, I thought I'm like, oh my god, not another one. Holy cow, how could he? There's not
That's
another
like
one.
5 times, man.
It
It's 4 or
was
5
a
times.
lot, man. It was weird. And now you're like this.
And I know because I could hear you kind of like you're not trying to.
I was
listen.
like, hey buddy, I was like, here's some paper towel or something. I didn't know what to
Yeah, right.
I kept talking even.
No,
And then I heard the first barf, I'm like, oh, he's not just like feeding the cat. He's like proper out of it.
Oh God, sorry, Sean.
No,
You have a migraine?
Headache.
Did you have a migraine before?
He
Yeah.
did. He was having headaches before
It
too.
was from yesterday. Right, to be honest with you, I smoked a joint yesterday, and it had a lot of tobacco in it. And I got a nicotine overdose. So,
You smoke.
You
yeah.
Frank is gonna worry about.
Yeah, I am. See, I'm gonna yell at you.
He's gonna. That was.
I'm gonna sleep in, and
I'm
that's
gonna-
it.
I'm gonna come to
Maybe
you.
Sean needs a little bit of worrying.
Tomorrow, no weed, no ADD medicine.
Wait
I'm gonna
a minute.
Sure.
You still smoking weed yet? You're still
Maybe
smoking weed?
Possible.
Sean, come on. You said you were gonna stop that.
That's
Shame.
a probability. Yeah.
You know,
I think
We were
it's
gonna.
time-
We all have demons. We all have
Frank,
demons.
Frank,
Yeah.
it's time for a fast.
Time for a lane.
I couldn't hear you. Say it again.
Some fast.
Oh,
can't
sorry.
hear
You
you,
really?
can you?
Yes. I only have like a little.
It's
mic.
time for some fasting. I'm gonna fast of it.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to use as a fast. Because when you're
Yeah,
fasting,
yeah.
you want to suffer a little bit, right?
Yeah. I wish I could fast. I'm diabetic. I can't. I can do it for a couple of hours, but then I have to eat again. I can't really fast.
I would like, with the other network that I'm starting there, it's not going to be religious, and I want to do health-based things. I used to have a Facebook channel. Facebook.
All right, I'm out. Just look at me. I'm out. Don't help me.
All the stuff you do with the keto diet, like just what you're learning in it, like that's useful stuff, and like how it fits in.
With what I was trying to show Fraser earlier, but we never got around to. How I became a Christian was through, like I told you before, through a New Age guy who did a lot of health stuff, and he healed people of diabetes. And when you get a good idea of diabetes, of what it is and how it functions, it's not easy, but there are changes that you make in the diet and in the exercise, and sometimes it's the back. I don't know if you ever hurt your back. But especially the vertebrae where the nerves and the ganglion go to the pancreas, because that's what controls the insulin.
Mine has a lot to do with weight. When I gained a lot of weight, I started getting diabetic really bad. Like when I was 18, I was like over 400 pounds. By the time I hit 25, I was over 500, and my diabetes was bad. So now that today I'm 333. My diabetes isn't as bad, but I'm still on insulin. I still can't fast. So I'm trying to take care of myself. But I've been diabetic since I'm diabetic since I'm 17 years old and I have no complications yet. So I'm taking care of myself.
That's it. Oh, that says a lot.
Yeah. We'll fund you that.
Right?
17, you're 45 now?
Yes. No complications.
You never have the complications, eh?
My eyes are perfect. My liver, my heart, everything is perfect. Just to tell you a story, my brother went to work with a guy who was diabetic for, I want to say about 6 years. Never took care of himself. Never took his medicine. Didn't, ate whatever he wanted, really. He's in full kidney failure today. He's got to go for dialysis 3 times a week. And that's just for 6 years' worth of not taking care of himself, not taking his medicine, eating what he wants. I cheat once a week. Granted, I do that. Everybody's going to. But, 6 days a week, I take care of myself. I monitor my sugar.
There's people that don't have feet, that don't have legs. Like you say, if you don't take care of your
diet.
Yes. Yeah. No. At 40 years old, at 35, you see people.
They go blind, kidney failure, liver failure, heart attacks. It's bad.
You got this Jerusalem artichoke. It's like a potato, and when you eat it, it will help stabilize your blood sugar. Almost as good, if not as good, as your medication that you get. I don't know what market you would go to, but I'll send you a link. It's not hard to get. There are a couple, things like that you eat. There are people that reverse. There are people who reverse their diabetes.
Yeah, I know. I want to lose another 100 pounds or so. And I've heard of something on the radio. It's a balloon that's inserted into your stomach. It's non-surgical. They do it orally. And they inflate your stomach so it takes up the room where your food would be. And I really want to try that.
That'd be good. But
alternative. Yeah.
It's good, but hey, you lost 170 pounds?
Yes.
I weigh 170 pounds. Oh, no, I'm 180. I put on a little bit.
You're 180? Oh, God.
Like how much you lost?
I lost a Fraser.
You lost
517 to 333.
Same with me, man. I'm like
crazy. More than a Fraser. Now you're holy cow, man, that's awesome actually. But yeah, to keep like you say, you're doing good, and like you say, to look for these solutions that are for, as we talked about before, non-surgical. Oh, you can talk to me. Oh, my arm is like really cramped too. I was
home camera.
Yeah, I know. I bet.
I can just look over here.
Oh, it's true. He's watching us, watching you. Anyways, no. But I just want to say, no, it's true.
Wait, did the channel take off? Is he gone?
I'm glad to see you. Like you said, you had a headache too earlier. It was like a.
Yeah, I did. I took a nap. Took some time. Took a nap. I feel better now.
That's good. That's
Frank's
good.
smoking cigarettes.
No, I've never smoked. I only ever tried pot. I tried pot 3 times. Each time, I told Fraser I was completely out of it. Couldn't function. I told Fraser, tell him my story. If you can remember. You want to hear it, Sean? Sean want to hear it?
We have a video. Oh, we were talking about that. Hey, maybe we could do that. Is our YouTube account there? Can we do that? I have those videos. I started off. You know what I started off with was actually the one day where there was like 9 different videos in one day. I was gonna put that up first. But I had to get the.
Did you?
What is it called? We have a YouTube channel now.
Nice. I only know about the Serving God podcast. What's the other one? Give me the link in the when you inbox me, Fraser, so they can see it.
Yeah, I'll put it to you because it'll just be a good way because I have a real trouble. Like I was trying to find out how much time we'd actually talked, and going through the Facebook feed, it's really difficult to look back to like freaking.
You guys have done at least 20 hours, I think.
I worked on
I'm thinking about
25.
that. Yeah.
I thought 25, but
Yeah, Fraser said 25. I'm leaning more towards 20. Because we talk long. Me and Fraser just go hour and a half every time we go. I mean, it's like we have these awesome conversations.
Yeah, I'll add up what I have, and we'll figure out something for that. But I'd like to see like everything. I want to just try and put everything in one place, and it'll be on a different playlist. Like, whoops.
I thought you were going to pay me for this. They wanted to pay me.
I wondered about that.
$10 an hour. I'm just joking.
I figure, how would it be best to send it to you? Like I say, 250. Well, might be a couple. Well.
I still got the GoFundMe open. You can send it through there.
Can you like take that straight out of there? Does that work out that way? Okay, I'll send it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send it through there.
If you want to. I mean, I'm not. It would help.
No.
The money that you sent me, Fraser, just went to I had to buy some food. I had to put gas in the car. I had to pay some bills. It's not a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but it's not a lot in the same sense, because everything in New York is so expensive.
Oh, it's ridiculous, and I tried to bring that up once, but just like kind of what $10 is for me compared to $10 for you, and it was like trying to do it like
it's crazy.
Again, almost to promote it and I got this thing. I'm like, okay, this is what I want Frank's career to be. So this is his first job.
Yeah, well,
anyways, I owe you like $250.
I'm underdressed for Fox News.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that. Your performance. No, I'm fucking stupid. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm dumb. But no, for sure. I'll settle up with that. But I'll see the videos. But let's say it's
I greatly appreciate that. It'll go a long way. It really will.
For sure. No, I understand that. And like I say, for me, it's just. Anyways, we don't have to talk about it. But again, what it means to you, if I can do that, that's just the least.
No, it means a ton to me. Thank you for that.
And I love talking to you too, so it's like 2 in 1.
Yeah, I know, me too. Now, even though we disagree on some things, our conversations are fantastic. I mean, I absolutely look forward to them, and I love them.
My God, like I said, this is what I really wanted was just anything that comes up,
Yeah.
And so that I have that with you, it's like that has such a value for me. And, even if, like I say, then it's you are a commentator who gives value to other people, and you've given so much value to me. But it is an actual, special, you have, anyways, whatever the thing is, you have it. And so I'm willing, anyways, no, but it's been a pleasure. It still is a pleasure.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure with you, too. And the thing is, I'm not knowledgeable in anything specific, I have a broad knowledge over a long thing. I'm not super knowledgeable, so whatever I can bring to the table, I will.
That's it. And me neither. And that's almost the point. Is that how can you have to have a proper relationship? Do I have to go to what's the book in front of me? William Lane Craig level of philosophy to get that relationship?
He's actually very good. You watch a couple of videos,
He's good,
I don't think you have to go that deep. No, I don't think you have to go that deep.
I would rather have it this to this level, right?
You'll want to,
for me, it's a lot of the times you go to that philosophy, it's like, it hurts my brain, right?
You want more of a common man. How about we're the philosophers are over here and we're down here, so you want a conversation about here. To get up here, it takes years of studying, So down here, you have a conversation that's at least amicable and I can't get the word out.
Good. Yeah. Almost that, we get to that thing about ignorance, right? And it's maybe I'm not able to understand the sort of really high level stuff. Maybe I'm what you need. You know what I mean? So that my level is here, at least for the philosophical stuff. I really like math. I wish math was religion. I would be high priest or something.
I'll give you John Lennox and by math professor.
I saw some of that stuff, Lennox. I don't know. I'm not in the same stuff as him, and I don't take it the same way he does. But in that... but the philosophical stuff, that's metaphorical stuff, not the strongest with. I struggle with the car and the paper, but at least it helps me there. I can visualize it, but maybe that's the most I can grasp it at. and maybe I've reached kind of a kindred
Well, we can
spirit.
build that up. You know,
Okay, we're
we can take
grasping
these
about
little analogies. But Fraser, we can take these little analogies and expand them further so we can understand them. You know.
But at our level, right? We find Haynes
Yeah, at our
manuals.
level, right?
How did we
right,
find a common ground on Haynes manuals? Like that's a farm, Alberta farm standard, right? Everyone on an Alberta farm has a Haynes. Not a, what was the other one? The Chitlins or something? It wasn't that. You get a Haynes.
Yeah, right. No, Haynes was always better than Chilton's.
And then you would be in the same thing. It was like, what? Okay, we could work on this car analogy, I think, you and I.
Yeah, right. So we got like little pieces. We'll take it apart, little piece by piece, and then eventually we get the whole car together. And then, then we'll see what we build.
I really liked how we started with the prophets being the ones that are allowed to crawl up on the car almost. Or, anyways, we kind of started there. And
that was a good analogy. Yeah.
It was actually good because it's like not everyone's allowed to climb on the car almost. Kinda, right? But the prophets
Well, the
were
prophets
the
would be the mechanics. The prophets would be the mechanics. The people would be the one going to the prophets to have their car fixed.
Something like this, yeah. And this starts to work for me rather than to say, oh, prophets are just people too, in terms of how, even if we're just talking about how it's defined within Christianity, that helps, that helps me anyways, because otherwise it's like a whole lot of chapters and a whole lot of verses. Sorry, but there's a lot of them. There's a wicked.
There is a lot.
No, I should talk to him. He's got less of them than you do, Frank.
My nose is bleeding.
Oh my god, your nose is bleeding.
Try to do a 90-day read the Bible in 90-day plan. Forget it, man.
Oh, good.
Actually, you can read the Bible inside a year, and you can read the Bible inside a year, chapter at a time. I think the Psalms would be the one that would be hardest to get through, but you can do it.
But Psalms?
Well,
the Psalms. Anyways. Psalms kind of boring to me. The other stuff I like, the minor prophets and the New Testament is what's really interesting to me. But but I like to get the prophecies of the Old Testament and see how they're fulfilled in the New.
I think Genesis is boring for me because I always start there.
Well, Abraham is not boring for me. So there's Abraham's in Genesis.
I don't know. It's all good.
That early stuff is pretty fiery and exciting. I don't know. That's the action stuff. Is there the old?
Watch the show. You should see. I don't have my DVD plugged in, but The Case for Christ, the movie.
Yeah.
I actually have the book up here, but they made a movie like last year or this year. Very, very good. The Case for Christ, and it's about the guy is a news reporter, and his wife becomes Christian, so he investigates Christianity like a news reporter. Courtroom news reporter goes to their forensics. It's actually William Lane Craig is actually in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh really? Really?
Well, he is not in. An actor plays him. Same for Gary Habermas and Michael Kona. I think he's in it. All the bigger guys.
So Fraser, are we doing a podcast tonight?
Well, I think I'm gonna hit the road, as it were, here. I'll get home.
And then I can sleep. Yay.
Yeah, we can go on. If I leave now, it would be about 11, just after 11, I would get home.
Well,
that would work
I don't want to
for
push you. No, I don't want to. Don't rush on my account, but if you want to, yeah.
Okay, well, why don't we just say 11:30, and then if I get there early, it would be happy news, but I won't rush in that case, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
I'll put a shirt on.
Oh, you? Okay, I thought me. I'm like, no, I got a shirt.
I'm just in my T-shirt now. This is going on YouTube, so the rest
I was
put on
expecting
YouTube,
to do something. Yeah. Oh, check. Hey, what? Do you want to? Oh, can you play this? It would almost come as like an ending to the video.
Well, I'm actually streaming it right now.
Oh, no. Anyways, whatever. We'll come on again. I was looking at some of the stuff on how I might be able to clip in, intros and credits after and before I film.
It's already built in YouTube.
That's it. There's things that'll help me. Anyways, but first of all, I'll upload all the raw videos.
3D when I'm not feeling good.
I figure I'll start with just like files of raw videos, only raw videos. At least we can kind of look at them. Maybe say, oh, there's a 10-minute section here that's interesting, like Sean was saying. To try and cut up what topics we had. As you said, like we have a flow that maybe there's some things you can clip out. But anyways, we'll start with the raw versions and we can pare it back.
I'm going to get into it anyways. My plan today was to do that.
To do some of that.
I spent too much time on this video.
but I figured out how to download our videos. So
Yeah, it was on YouTube. They could do it. Yeah, it's
and
like
now we
L
have a
Facebook
YouTube
something.
channel. I'll upload them all there.
Downloading is easy. I don't know what
Download's super easy apparently. I
I
don't
don't know
know.
what you're using, but I just
No, it
click
is.
on a, and I just click on the green arrow.
As long as you have like a computer with, you have a desktop or something with a hard drive, you can save them to that, and then you upload to YouTube.
And then
Even with my phone, my new S7.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Just click on it there. That's it.
Told you. Yeah, you see, he has an arrow. It's like I don't know. I can't even do it, but he has a little thing, and me too. I have like a little extra button,
The
and now
only
I can
thing
grab
that
it.
I couldn't set up, and I sent you the email and the password.
Okay.
You know, and Frank too will get it. We'll all be administrators.
Sure.
But the only thing I couldn't do is register it with my phone because I already have like 10 accounts. Like if I go here, you see here, look, Sean's Morning Coffee, Sean Vachon, Serving God Podcast, God the Creator, Sean Lovely, the podcast.
There's a lot.
I have a lot of email addresses, and it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me verify the Seeking Truth. So one of you gotta do that because you can't stream from there right now.
Okay.
Actually, I think I have an email that could do it probably.
Either way, you give them the phone number, and it's going to give you a code. You put the code in. That's it.
Okay, I'll try and take care of that. Anyways, I'll head out now, Frank, and we'll.
If anything, just tell me when you're there, and if you can't do it, because for me, I go through another website. I pay about $20 a month for this website. So what I do is in my program when I stream, I point it to this site that I pay, and then this splits it between Facebook and YouTube for me.
Ah, okay, that's how it's done. It's always a mystery. These are like mystical things for me.
Yeah, it's different. But you got it's different. And I stream now in many different ways now too. I use more than one program. I stream from my computer.
I've been trying to watch some of your morning coffee things. I can't get them.
Yeah, they're going to be all fixed up now. Yeah, because yesterday they got blocked. Copyright
blocked.
Did YouTube flag them?
Yes. Yeah. He said bad words.
No, but
no, that's not true. That's not true.
My Keith Green one, where like Fraser said, I'm doing karaoke. That record label flagged it, but they're cool with it. They said, "Look, the guy's been dead for 30 years, whatever." You know, but they fired him.
Yeah, you have to be careful. You have to be very careful of the music that you use because they'll have copyright flags. 3 flags, they take down your channel.
Really, 3 flags?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah. So you got to be very, very careful.
Learn from the best. You got to learn from the best. Frank's the best at getting banned.
I watched a couple of YouTubers have had this problem already.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I spoke with a Sony representative. Like I emailed him, but he said, "I'm here to help you. Ask any questions." And then I Googled it, and it's $5,000 for 10 years.
Oh!
Whoa!
Yeah.
What kind of? What are you eating? I'm hungry now. What are you eating, Sean? That looks good.
For one song, like if you like I like one.
Shit!
That's that band are like if I want to play
on
the YouTube channel their song from beginning to end.
I think it's time to make original music. I see a guitar over here. I think we're doing original music from now on, guys. And we're just selling original music. All we're doing is making music and sell it to other people for $5,000 for a year or whatever the hell.
Geez, I'll take a couple bucks. Send me a bagel or something. I don't get. Well, that's a lot of money. That's crazy, man.
Song, man.
I have been actually making stock graphics and stuff like that.
Yeah. You got some other stuff going.
No, yeah, you gotta watch the copyright strikes. It's big.
One thing I showed you, the one that I was showing you, the Lightroom.
The Lightroom.
Or not Lightroom. What's it called? The fucking brain is hurting. What's that link I sent you?
Yeah.
Light stock here.
Light stock. Okay, light stock.
This is I would put money in. I already put money in it.
But
I get pictures here, but
get out?
Yeah, but I want to get the footage.
Hey, Sean, I was thinking about taking Matthew out of the group. He's not being active at all.
That sounds spiteful, but...
It is. It's very spiteful. I don't like when people do that to me. There was no reason for it to unfriendly.
We're just building the group up. It's so good.
I know, You see how we turn it around, huh?
I do every time. But no, but what about Steve though? No, seriously though, I didn't hear from Tommy or Matthew in a long time, but Matthew piped up recently.
Here,
No,
like this
Tommy
one.
did. Sorry.
This one I'm gonna buy. The 10th my account rolls over. So this is like $20.
Fuck. My nose won't stop bleeding. Ah.
But can you make something like that? Why can't you make a similar effect with your rest of your stuff?
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, but I mean the time and effort to do that.
Sure.
And will I get it that good? No.
Yeah.
I don't have like a 4K camera, and you know, I have to be realistic. But I mean, the thing is, when you go on there and you look through all the videos and the different things, there's some really cool stuff on there. And I won't be just using it for us. It's also for church, you know, at church.
Yeah, and if you have a use for that, because like right now, like for me, it's just at the level of uploading raw videos,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's it.
But baby steps.
You're gonna find a little video.
Oops. Oh, I think I lost Frank.
You'll find a little video or a picture or whatever, something that's cool. And
I just lost Frank. Okay, bye, Frank. Did I cut Frank out by accident? I might have accidentally pressed a button. Sorry, Frank. Okay, I'm gonna sign off and talk to you soon. I would say is Frank. What does Frank say at the end?
I don't know.
Oh, shoot, he says something like, "This has been Seeking Truth with Frank and Fraser. Bye, guys." And I say, "Bye, guys."
I can't do it.
Talk to you.
Boom.